Xavier goes to its bullpen in the second, as it'll be right-hander Xander Rojahn, a junior, 6'3", 220, out of Elk Grove, Illinois. Rojahn, 4 appearances this year, no record, a 2.08 earned run average. So he's pitched 4 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 walks to 3 strikeouts. So he has not thrown often this year. You look at the 27-man roster, Bobby Jones, one of their guys that they use, he is off. I believe he is injured. Dorsey Chatham, another guy they have used, not on the 27-man roster either, as you're relegated to just 27 for your conference series. As we saw Rojahn last year out of that Xavier bullpen, as he appeared in 9 games, made 1 start. It's pitched to Stock, good breaking ball, looked like a slider. 0-1.
Slider on the black, and Stock was hunting a fastball.
3 home runs today for UConn. As pitch swung on, rocketed, diving stop by Hausinger, gets to his feet, throws to first, and it's in time as Stock not running his best after fouling that ball off his left leg. He's the DH today, so at least he gets to rest. So he'll go back to the dugout, but boy, Hausinger's been impressive. Couple diving stops this series. We know he's a great ball player from last year.
I think if Stock didn't foul off 2 pitches last night, and again in his first at bat today, he probably beats that one out at first base. He's got good enough wheels despite the great play by Hausinger.
Pitch swung on and rocketed foul down the left field side off the bat of Dana.
Another thing that you can't predict about baseball, you got a guy batting over 400, hitting the ball well all season long. And he hit a rocket at the second baseman for an out, now a rocket at the shortstop for an out, and you're thinking, what do I got to do to get on base?
Dana doubled to start that rally in the first. Waves and misses, good breaking ball from Rojahn. Last year, Rojahn pitched twice against UConn. In Cincinnati, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, no strikeouts. And at Prasco Park, 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. 0-2, swung on and missed. That pitch is nasty coming out of that bullpen for Rojahn. And he's retired both batters he's faced. There's 2 away for Ben Huber.
Huber hit a screamer down the left field line, his first time up, down the third baseline, I should say. Stevenson made a flat-out dive, caught the ball, popped up and threw to first, just threw it off just a little to Franzone's right.
First pitch to Huber, fastball away, 1-0.
This is one of the guys in the order for UConn that has really been on a tear lately.
Rojahn last year, pitch, check swing, did he go? He did. 9 2/3 innings, he walked 17. So that was his bugaboo. And probably one of the reasons we have not seen him often this year. Pitch, misses low and in, though you never know, could be injuries.
And that's the pitch right there, Jonesy, that UConn's got to lay off. It's that slider, that breaking ball that goes down, drops just below the knees. That's his out pitch.
2-1. Swung on. This ball hit high in the air out to center. Going back, Schultz. He'll have room and make the catch at the warning track.
Right. I mean, certainly loves UConn baseball. His son was a catcher for UConn baseball.
Bush takes in the turf. 2-2.
He's a big-time follower.
New stadium in stores. Trying to upgrade J.O. Christian Field, and didn't come to fruition until 2020. He's pitch in there for a strike. Fortunately, didn't get to play in the ballpark in 2020 because of the pandemic, but opened the ballpark in 2021, and it has been already a game changer for the Huskies and their supporters. As the 0-1 misses outside to Bush, 1-1.
Can't imagine what it's like to walk into the stadium that the ballpark is named after you, and you walk in, and it's such a gorgeous facility, both on the field and around it.
1-1, swung on, pop foul off to the left.
And Doug is such a modest person and humble person. Um, he probably wouldn't expound on that, but I'm sure he is just filled with a lot of pride. I mean, certainly loves UConn baseball. His son was a catcher for UConn baseball.
Bush takes in the turf, 2-2.
He's a big-time follower of it, whether he's on the road or at home, and he can't get to the ballpark because of work, but he still follows what's going on.
He's listening to every game. So gracious. Nobody on, nobody out. 7-0 Huskies in the third. Pitch is outside, ball 3. Bush walked to extend that first inning on 4 pitches. Morton then walked to bring in a run. Then the Donlin grand slam. And the Brian Padilla solo homer. 3-2. Swung on, popped up foul and out of play. Gallagher is starting to settle in. 1-2-3, third inning. UConn trying to add on against such a great offense in the Musketeers. It's a 3-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Bush is retired for out number 1.
Seemed like more of an emergency hack than anything else. I'm sure he wanted to take that swing back because that pitch sailed outside off the plate, but he had already committed and couldn't hold up.
So 1 away for Corey. Corners are pinched in. First pitch. Misses inside with a heater at 91. 1-0. UConn 6 in the first, 1 in the second. Rojahn, 1-0. Breaking ball, a good one on the inner half. Boy, that's a good pitch for him. Again, it's basically been just a control issue. That's why he hasn't gotten more opportunities. That breaking ball, excellent when he spots it. 1-1, swung on, popped in the air. Out to shallow right center. Second baseman Cushing is out, and that's going to drop. Just no man's land. We saw it last week for a triple for Corey. Now he grabs a double.
Corey must have a rosary in his back pocket or something.
That ball was up there for so long, Randy. I thought an outfielder was going to take charge. That would have been an easier play than Cushing.
You can't blame this one on the sun. It was placed perfectly, but it was up there so long that somebody should have been able to run that thing down.
And I think they're going to make a change out in right field. They're taking DiMartino out of the game. So who do we have out there? Is that Hellman? No, it's going to be Aiden Anderson. Wow, they must have... I'd have to get another look at it. But maybe DiMartino wasn't running full speed after that. Runner at second, 1 away. Billy O'Connor not shy to make the change. As here's Donlin, grand slam, first time up. He takes up and away, ball 1.
That happened to me my sophomore year.
As we'll get another look. This is tough to see. Schultz is going hard after it. DiMartino.
I don't think he saw the ball because he wasn't even close to it. The center fielder was closer to it than
and Cushing kind of looked off as if he had been called off. He kind of looked over his shoulder like someone else was calling for it.
I think Schultz had a better chance to catch that one.
This pitch off the outer edge, ball 2.
But I got taken out, but at least it wasn't during the inning. I got taken out after the first inning at a game at Holy Cross.
You were lollygagging out there?
I wasn't lollygagging. I just misplayed a couple balls, but there's more specifics to it that are really hilarious. I hope we get a chance to talk about it.
2-0, swung on, fouled off.
So we had one of our best pitchers on the mound, and they were hammering him, and balls were coming out my way, and I was, my first year of being an outfielder, I'm playing right field, and I don't know what I'm doing out there. But one ball was scorched in the gap between me and the center fielder. We both ran after it, and it was spring, and the ground was mushy. And the ball hit and just plopped right and just plugged right in there, and we both overran the ball. Well, there's a double, and people are running around the bases.
This pitch is swung on, lofted out to right again. Cushing can't see it. Anderson does. He makes the catch. And it is the sun that's kind of been a problem for that right side. So there's 2 away. You can see Cushing right here. Look at his reaction as he starts to go back. He'll put his hands out. Yeah, he can't see it. And he's got the shades on. He's doing everything he can. Thankfully, Anderson was there.
Cushing did the right thing, though. He threw his hands up like I can't see it, just to let everybody know, so to give somebody else a chance to take over the play.
So 2 down now for Padilla. He is homered. Solo shot back in the first. Was his 5th of the year. Pitch, swung on, popped up foul and out of play. I feel like those fly balls should be the outfielders. Cushing's getting out there, but it's much easier to come in on a ball
absolutely
than it is to go out. And that is a helpless feeling for Cushing when you can't see it. Nothing he can do about it. He's got those sunglasses on at second. Runner at second, 2 away for Bry. His pitch, fastball at 90 in there for a called strike 2.
He is painting the corners, painting the knees when he's on. And then elevates the fastball to induce the pop-ups.
The set for Rojahn. Looks back at second. 0-2 is swung on and popped foul and out of play.
So that plug ball in right center field that we both overran and runners made a merry-go-round out of it, that was the first miscue. The second one was a line drive that came at me, and I wasn't sure whether I could catch up to it or not. And I tried to get it and realized at the last second I couldn't, so I went into my slide with my shoulders up to block the ball, and it plopped over my shoulder.
Padilla rips it foul.
And trickled towards the right field wall, and then Coach Pancia, and again, runners running around. I think we're down 4-0 right now with our best pitcher on the mound. Well, Panciera met me at first base. He didn't even wait for me to get to the dugout. He met me past first base as I'm jogging in, and he says, "You're letting more runs in than you're knocking in. You can't play." And he pointed to the dugout. And I sat there on the coldest day in my 4 years at UConn, having to. It was cold. It was snowing and hailing like the whole game.
As Padilla's caught looking for called strike 3. That'll do it for the third. No run of the fourth. 7-1 Huskies. It'll be 9-1 and 2. TC Simmons, David Smith, and Eric Stock against the right-hander Xander Rojahn, who's gone 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. As we were just saying before the Franzoni home run, UConn softball loses in the Big East championship game. They had to win 2 today to try and take the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. I believe their RPI was in the 60s or 70s, and I'm not privy to how similar softball is to baseball in terms of the selection committee, but we'll have to wait and see if their season will be extended. They won a Big East regular season championship. I believe they had 36 or 37 wins this year. It's a really good season for softball. And that comes a day after women's lacrosse knocked out of the NCAA tournament, as TC takes a 2-0 fastball for a called strike.
Excellent pitch, but also a very good take by TC. A pitcher's pitch.
The wind, the 2-1. Inside, ball 3.
As a hitter, you want to take good hacks against hitters' pitches, not pitchers' pitches. Save that for the 2 strike counts.
A 3-1. Just missed ball 4. I'd have to see that again. Looked pretty close, but it'll be a leadoff walk here to TC in the 4th. Important game for the Huskies, trying to even this series up. That was low and in. And we'll go back to the top of the order for David Smith, who homered his last time up. Smitty now in this series has 3 hits. The pitch, he squares to bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1. Connor Bailey warming in the Xavier bullpen.
Smitty now on a 6-game hitting streak.
Again, his ceiling is a 300 hitter, above 300. His pitch is swung on, fouled off at the dish. I shouldn't say ceiling, but UConn expected him to be a guy that could hit 300 or above.
After watching him in the fall, I thought the same thing. You know, more than just a 6-game hitting streak, he's now hit safely in 9 out of the last 10 and 12 of the last 14 games. And 8 of those games came when he was moved to the leadoff spot. So he's responded well in that leadoff spot role.
Rojahn, a 1-1. TC, this one's going to sail to the backstop. He bluffed at first. It'll be a wild pitch. Runner in scoring position. As Hunsinger is going to go to the mound. Yeah, that one just got away from Rojahn. Again, we've said it in his past, he's been wild, but today he's been fairly good. Before that walk to TC, he hadn't walked a batter in his 2 innings of work. But now a walk and a wild pitch. It's a 2-1 count to Smith. And again, these are important innings for Xavier. Try and save your bullpen. Try and stay in it. Again, it's only the 4th inning. It's a 6-run game. The way their offense swings it, they can put up crooked numbers with the best of them. UConn's got to continue to try and add on. Runner at second, nobody out. See what Smitty's doing here. Third baseman Stevenson is in. A 2-1. Misses low and in, bounced it in there for ball 3.
Good pick by Hunsinger behind the plate, backhanded.
(3-1) count. Shortstop Hausinger holding on the runner. Pitch. Catches the inner half for called strike 2. Not only are their names similar, but they bat right next to each other in the order. Hunsinger, Hausinger. Hunsinger back behind the plate. Hausinger out at short. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Smitty. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to second. This will move TC to third. It'll be a productive out for David Smith. There's one away here in the 4th.
There was not a runner on second base. Smitty might have thought about shooting that one towards left field, but he wanted to make sure to get the runner over to third, so he flicked the bat out the barrel with a bat to get it on the right side.
And now Xavier is going to bring the infield in. All right, so the way things have gone, this is going to be a little blooper in the outfield, right? That's how things usually...
That's how they even out? I don't know if anybody's actually ever counted that. But.
Stock's saying, hey, the Morton ball, that's one I need, where they lose it in the sun.
And his approach at the plate is not necessarily to try to hit a fly ball or do this. It's to get a good pitch to hit and just hit it hard somewhere. Your chances have just gone up exponentially with the infield coming in. Just hit the ball hard somewhere.
Rojahn, the 0-1. Slider low and away.
And he's done that his first 2 times up. If he hit those same balls now, those are probably base hits with the infield in.
Rojahn from the stretch. Runner at third. Pitch, swung on, lifted foul down the right field side. Stock with 81 hits, 17 doubles, 3 triples, 9 homers, 45 driven in. Average at .405 entering today. 0 for 2.
And all those stats are outstanding, but one of the things that just jumps out at me, he's only had 5 offers the whole season. That's incredible.
So he takes outside ball 2.
I mean, because there's always going to be those games where you're going to hit atom balls. There's going to be those games where you're just not sharp mentally or physically and just don't get it done. That's how consistent and how steady he has been and how locked in he has been for just about the whole year.
Infield in. Hausinger a couple steps back at short, giving himself a little more space. A 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air to left. This one is going to be camped underneath by Walker. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third is Simmons, and UConn gets the run back. It's back to a 7-run lead.
Stock's fourth sacrifice fly came in at a great time. Huskies again putting a number on the board, increasing their lead.
He just got in enough. He nearly hit that ball out. Rojahn able to jam him enough. Good productive out. Good baseball here in the fourth inning. You manufacture a run, a walk, a wild pitch, a ground out to second, a fly out to left. So here's Casey.
Huskies stringing together some good at-bats.
This one's popped in the air, shallow right center. Long run for Anderson, but he's there, and he'll glove it for the final out of the inning.